Greetings, literature lovers. Today we are going to talk about American Revolution. The pictures are quite expressive. Now, the American Revolution, starting with the themes. When hostilities began in 1775, the colonists were still fighting for their rights as English citizens within the empire. But in 1776, they declared their independence based on a proclamation of the universal self-evident truths. Now, reviewing in the long-term causes, what really is French and Indian War, British replacement of statutory neglect with the parliamentary sovereignty, taxation policies, no, Grenville Townshend Acts, all are there. Conflicts were Boston Massacre and the Tea Party, very famous. Intolerable Acts and Lexington and Concord. What really sparked the revolution is the common sense and declaration of independence. So, second is the Continental Congress, May 1775. All 13 colonies were present and sought the redress of their grievances, not independence. That's the picture of Philadelphia State House, Independence Hall. And most significant acts were first agreeing to wage war against Britain and appointment of George Washington as the leader of the Continental Army, declaration of the causes and necessity of taking up arms, 1775. First was the drafted second set of grievances to the king and British people. Second, made measures to raise money and create an army and navy. Next comes the Olive Branch Petition. That's moderates in Congress. Example, John Dickinson sought to prevent a full-scale war by pledging loyalty to the king, but directly appealing to him to repeal the Intolerable Acts. Early American Victorians were the first Tricorder Guy and Crown Point. That's May 1775. Ethan Allen White and Bennett Arnold. Another word, Bunker Hill, June 1775, was seen as American victory, bloodiest war of the world, and Britain abandoned Boston and focused on New York. You can see pictures how it all. And then in response, George declared colonies in the rebellion. In effect, a declaration of war. 18,000 Hessians were hired to support British forces in the war against the colonies, and colonials were horrified. Americans failed in their invasion of Canada. It was a successful failure, postponed the British offensive. Now the Declaration of Independence. Most Americans still did not want independence in the spring of 76. And reasons for shift of loyalty away from Britain, hiring of Hessians and burning of the colonial towns, and promising freedom to slaves who fought for the British cause. Now comes the role of Thomas Paine and his work The Common Sense, 1776, which we have talked about earlier, and it states the main ideas that British colonial policy, inconsistent independence was the only choice. Why should tiny Britain control the huge continent of North America? And King was the royal brute of Great Britain. America has a sacred and moral mission to the world. And the significance of common sense is there. And Congress and many consist colonies to declare independence. That's the picture of Thomas Paine. That's all for today. We'll discuss it tomorrow, the later portion. Do share your views in the comment section. Talk to us about it. What are your views? Discuss it with your friends and family. Keep exploring, keep studying. That's the only way. Thanks.